growth therapy.
Let me be.
Let
Does
me
my
be.
hair look weird?
I love it.
I think it's just.
You know what? It's this.
It's also the ponytail.
The pony looks fine.
The pony looks fine.
Is that better?
The pony looks fine.
I like a messy pony.
I know, but
I'm like a messy pony
now that my
bitch.
hair's short, it's like harder. You know?
I know. I'm like, it's been so hard to figure out my hair. Like,
Nice.
I've been struggling.
Like, I thought it would be funner to have short hair, but it's not. It's
Short
like
hair
there's
is
more
so in right
option.
now.
I know, but there's this like this thing,
Hair down.
right?
Yeah, it looks good. What did you have last time? Your hair?
It was up in a messy bun.
Oh. Hair down. You never have your hair down.
I
want to see the red.
I didn't believe you just now.
I want to see the red.
Okay, fine. When you were like hair down, you were like,
because I'm staring at it. I'm trying to analyze if I want it to be. And I think hair down because I really love the color.
okay, fine.
Okay.
Plug yourself.
Plug yourself.
I really do think, though, that you should make that clip about me talking about Shits and Giggles podcast because I absolutely love the boys.
Do you want me to do it? And I'd give it to you and you could post it. That way you could like.
Because do you not know that, like, I posted one of their things where it was like, he's like, you know, you've been hanging out with that guy, Toby, a lot. And I'm kind of jealous.
Oh, yeah.
That's them.
Oh, that's them.
And I love those two guys. I'm like,
They're
God, I just want to get
cute.
like a fucking coffee with you guys.
Should I have them on the show?
If you can. I mean, I think they live in England. Or maybe we can just go hang out with
Oh.
Rachel's Bay and be like, Rachel's,
Yeah,
man,
maybe we should
you
just go
know
with-
these men, right?
Maybe we
You've
should
seen them at the local pub.
Yes.
It's
So we
like-
just crash Rachel's like next trip.
Yeah, exactly. It's like how, you
It's
know.
that easy.
It's that easy. It's a small island. Like, it can't be that hard. Like, everyone has to know
We
each
could go.
other.
I mean, I've really been wanting to make a trip to Europe because I've never been.
We have to go. I'm going in May for a wedding, and then just probably
What?
not gonna. I just bought a one-way ticket. I don't know what's gonna happen after
Wow,
that.
you're such a nomad. You're so chic. You're such an explorer.
Thank you. I can't wait till. I'm just really gonna do my like eat, right, fuck.
Okay.
Not eat, pray, fuck.
Yeah, eat,
Or
right.
eat, pray, love. I'm gonna do like eat, right, fuck. Like, I'm really gonna open up the
Right.
dating apps in Amsterdam and be like, what's a tall man gonna do with me? Like, I'm gonna be short in Amsterdam. Like,
Really?
the average
Everyone's
height
tall?
apparently, the average height in Amsterdam is 5'9". I'm going, or 5'11". I'm 5'11". I'm gonna be tiny compared to these like
Oh my God.
windmill looking people. So I'm very
Right.
excited to go and just be, I don't know, find my European.
How is it like
love
dating
affair.
as a 5'11" beautiful woman?
Girl, you know I've never had
with all
I've
these
only
short
had
kings in the world.
Anthony
Anthony
was
was tall.
Anthony was my first. Keep in mind, I've only had like 4 men who have earned the title, 3.5, who've earned the title of boyfriend.
Yeah.
Anthony was the tallest man that I've ever like dated.
He was tall as fuck.
Yeah, he was 6'2", 6'3". He was 6'3".
Sheesh.
I know, and I loved it. I was like, ooh, I feel so tiny.
You should date a basketball player.
I where did this Jersey Shore accent comes from?
Lately, I've been like whipping out my like, I don't know.
Like Italian mom. Like,
Yeah.
I'm your cousin from the Bronx, you
you know what it is? I love the nanny.
Oh, it's
I
your Fran
love-
Dressa.
Yeah.
It's your Fran Dressa.
I love the nanny.
Who doesn't?
It's my comfort show.
It is
Ask
such
Brian.
I mean, I was
When
about
I'm
to
going
say,
through it, watching the nanny
the
stuff.
fashion alone.
Icon.
Icon, legend, the moment. Yeah. Time. That was not as well timed. Plug yourself.
Wait, did I do intros yet?
Nope.
Oh, I didn't? Hi, guys. It's me, Stefanie Maegan, your host
Of
of
Bro
Bro
Girl
Girl
Therapy.
Therapy. And guess the
what?
fuck
What?
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 We got Rose, a motherfucking McAleese, on the pod again. What a pleasure.
What a pleasure. Today is going to be the hot mess episode because I'm having a bad hair day.
You're having a great hair day.
No.
You know what it needs? It just needs a little dry shampoo in the back.
Do you have any?
No.
So I'm having a bad hair day then. I don't know what else to tell you. It's just, here we are. Here
We love it though.
we
All
are.
natural.
If you're listening in on the podcast, you're really missing these great hair flips that are
I
happening.
really suggest you guys start watching these podcasts because
Because you're gonna miss behind the scenes footage. What I also will say is that now that I'm back from this episode, I really thought I was not gonna have to be in front of this ugly white wall again.
do you want to switch?
I mean, this is the last time we're filming here. I'm just saying. I'm the goodbye show.
Are you the goodbye show?
I'm the goodbye show of this space.
Aw, goodbye, my friend. The way you feel, it's not Spice Girls.
I didn't.
You know what? You know why? It's because it's when Ginger Spice left, and it was just the four of them. This was the four. Though, it was like the song they came out with.
No, I boycotted. I was like, well, because I was a Ginger Spice amongst my friends because I had red hair and big titties.
I was Posh or Baby.
I always wanted to be Baby Spice, but I wasn't.
It was, it depended on the group of friends. Whoever wanted to, like, because I was always like a pushover, so I always got like whatever was left over. But it was always Baby or Posh.
Yeah.
Because I was never sporty enough for sporty.
Well, I'm a Ginger with a rising sporty and like moon and scary.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? Like that's
so accurate.
Right? The same way that I'm a, Samantha with a Carrie Rising.
Right. 1000%.
And with like a Moon and Miranda. Like that's just it. And fuck a Charlotte. No offense, Charlotte, but like, where is she going to fit in this life?
Charlotte is there. I think Charlotte's more your
Why I clean my sheets all the time?
Well, no, you're more Charlotte than you're more Charlotte than you realize.
How?
You are a hopeless romantic, Rose. You love
for other people, though. I love on other people.
It's there. That's the quality.
That's the quality of Charlotte. Okay, fine.
Charlotte.
Then like my Pluto's
maybe because she's not only just wanting for herself, she loves love for everyone else too.
Okay, then
she was such an advocate for like when she was with Big and when she saw Big when she was pregnant. You know what I mean? Like. She was like, I curse the day you were born. And her water breaks,
She's like, damn it.
Like, she cares.
Yeah. Okay, then yes, I guess that is my...
Like, just how you went up to my ex and you're like, I heard you're single.
Yeah, fucking
You know what I mean? Like, that's something Charlotte would do, but not as...
I can be a bitch.
Yes. That was a bitchy moment of yours. Explain to the people what you mean.
Okay, so Danny... Shout out to Danny
Santos.
Danny Santos did a reading of mine, and I, going into it, he was like, "Hey, like, just to let you know, this is such a cool thing that I've really come across your chart is that like you just don't have a mean bone in your body." And that was probably the rudest thing he could ever say to me, because I literally tell my friend Clarice all the time where I'm like, I'm such a bitch. I'm about to be a bitch to this guy. Like, watch me demolish him. And then she reads the text and she's like,
that was the nicest thing.
That's the nicest like way to bring. And I'm like, no, see, I used an exclamation point. And she's like, he's not going to read it like that. Like, you're not mean.
You're overcompensating because you're just not mean at all.
But I want to be I can be cunty for sure, but like in more ways than one. But I'm just saying, like, I wish, like, I think I'm the girl that like can go up to like my high school bully and be like, you know what? Like all those shower arguments you practice having where you're like, that fucking bitch. If I ever see her again. And then when push comes to shove, I'm like, I just didn't like the way you talked to me.
Yeah.
Like
I'm the same way. I'm such an aggressive, like, I'm like, oh yeah, I said all the shit in the shower. And I see them, I'm like, that was really mean.
That was really mean.
Did that. Or I don't even say anything.
I was going to say, you don't say shit, or you just use like I statements where it's like, I would really appreciate if you just didn't do that again. Or you just don't say anything because you're because we're little sheep that think they can be lambs because they got to play, or no, we're little sheep lambs that think they can be wolves because they played like the wolves like one time in school play, and we're like, ooh, that felt like so much power. And you watch the girls that can be mean successfully. Like, I'm not talking about like mean girls, but the girls that could just be like, no, don't fucking talk to my friend like that. And it's like, ooh, I want to be that. Oh, the rain.
Oh, the shower. The rain. The shower.
Featuring the rain.
Featuring the rain.
Rain on me.
Rain on me. Oh. Boy, won't you take
I was trying to do Hillary Duff.
Oh, I was doing Ashanti.
Oh, damn. And we could also do Lady Gaga and Ariana.
Oh, yeah,
Rain on me.
It followed the beat.
We're witches.
We're witches.
But yeah, no, so I don't have a mean bone in my body, apparently. I'm a really nice, understanding human being who just suffers in her own anger and like doesn't have, except, well, I guess in that moment when push comes to shove, when homie was like being held, I guess that's my thing, is that I save all my anger for one moment to be like, no, because the one time Anthony said that, like, not that I scared him, but like when he knew that I was so fucking pissed, is he was like, how calm and quiet you were. Because I just remember there was like something he did, and I was just like, And I like sat back and I like, you know, sat on my hands to just be like, don't like, I don't know where I went, but he was just like, I saw you. And he was like, fuck. He was panicking.
Right.
And he was like, how do I turn this off? You know, but I think that's why I don't think I'm mean is because I don't say it. But if you notice it, you're like, ooh, fuck. Like she's
right.
She can snap, but I'm not. That was rude.
It's fine. It's the lifestyle.
Lifestyle.
My lifestyle.
It's very on brand with the broke part of things. You know what I mean?
But yeah, no, I relate to that like wholeheartedly because there's so many times that like I try to say like I'm going to defend myself in these moments. Like for instance, I saw my like enemy Vincent.
Oh, yes. We use his real name?
Well, what? Yeah, fuck him.
Okay, yeah, no, fuck it.
Because I am a bitch.
Yeah.
And I will say his name on air.
But when you saw him, you didn't say anything.
But I see him. But
I was about to say, I do know this story, so it's not like you were in a situation where you didn't need to say anything. He should have said something to you.
He needed to say something to me versus because I mean here's the thing, I said everything I needed to say via email.
And the one thing I did tell you that you should have yelled at him was, "Where's my money?" And then that's it.
We're like, bitch.
We could make those
I paid your debt, motherfucker.
Oh, I know. You know what? Call the number below to help pay for her debts. Venmo my girl Steph right now to pay for a whack ass man's. Look at you paying for another.
I did all the candles and merch that I sold at the LA show was to pay off his debt.
Fucking A. I hate that he got a feature on the album. Like what the fuck? He's so corny.
So maybe one day I'll do a tell-all. I really should just like do a tell-all of all the fucked up shit that people have done to me.
That doesn't sound bitter at all.
Maybe I am the cunt.
Could you imagine if that was your book? It's just like, oh, you could have like two sides. It'd be like the rights and then the wrongs.
Yeah,
and
maybe we should try to be mean this episode and see where it goes.
Okay.
Yeah, let's try to be mean.
Okay, to each other?
No, not to each other.
Like to a poor fan that wrote to you?
I don't know. Who do you mean to?
To the rain?
To the rain?
I guess
to the world?
I guess to my
I don't know. Should we read an email and just see if we could be
email.
mean? Let's try to be mean.
Well, because you know what's really funny is I feel like we can't be mean to other people because we're so mean to ourselves.
What is wrong with us?
I don't know. Do you know how many times I've like looked in the mirror and I'm like, oh, you know, like when you like you're feeling yourself and you're like, that's cute, and then I stop and I just go, what is wrong with you? Like where you're just like not like that way, but like you know, I'm like really into like looking in the mirror and I'm like, stop. Like
you're so
10 minutes late.
Yeah,
exactly. You're conceited. That's what my therapist told me. She was like, you have a really hard time where you think being conceited is the same as being confident. And I was like, no, it's not. And she was like, you think that they're the same and they're not.
Oh, what's conceited versus confident?
Apparently confident is like, okay, you can be confident. Like, it's just like, it's actually really healthy for people to be confident. It's like, oh, own your shit. Da, da, da. Conceited is just this idea that it's like,
you're not holding yourself accountable, but you have all this confidence.
It's like I feel like maybe a second cousin to narcissism. Like being conceited is just like, you're being confident in maybe the wrong places at the wrong time and you're dimming other people's light, basically.
Also like Vincent.
Yes. Ooh.
Sorry. I told
Burn. Mean. Okay. That was mean.
I mean, we're not going to be in this apartment anymore because
of him. So this is why this is the goodbye show.
It's the goodbye show.
Fucking A. He was scared. He was Ginger Spice. Deuces. Bye. See you later.
Yep.
Can't stand you.
Yep.
Where's my money? Just yell that at
Where's
him.
my money at?
Where's my money at? But we should make shirts that say that because there's that famous story about Julia Roberts. She was marrying her now husband. He was currently in a divorce with a woman by the name of Vera. And there's this famous photo of how Vera was delaying divorcing Julia Roberts' now husband because I think his name is like Mark. We'll just say that. So Mark and Vera were going through a divorce, and Vera was like holding off on signing the divorce papers. So Julia Roberts went to a fucking cafe, wore her like signature 90s blazers and a shirt that says, "That is so low, Vera." And like it just like exploded. So it was like a message to her basically. And then so I'm like, you could literally be like, Vincent, where is my money?
Where's my money?
Yeah.
Like you owe me.
Yeah. And then just have like, we'll just like send them to Selena or like Haley, and that will like bring them together. Yeah. It's the hatred of him.
We'll give them a Pepsi and maybe
oh my God, it'll sell racism. Yes. Jesus Christ. Kendall! I will say, you know how I feel about the Kardashians, but sometimes I look at Kendall and I'm just like, I'm sorry, girl. I'm sorry that's your family, my guy. You really
Right.
thought that was going to solve racism, the Pepsi.
The Pepsi.
The Pepsi AC.
You really thought? I actually rewatched that commercial just recently, and I was just like
such a culture moment though.
Right.
Like talk about cringe culture.
yes,
The height of that is my favorite cringe culture. It's almost as cringy as Angela Bassett did the thing. You know,
Right,
like
right.
we love cringe culture.
Right.
And that one was like cringe, offensive, weird, and also like
it represented America.
it really did.
Like 1,000%.
Without it, it's the most American thing.
The most American thing you could do is just like, oh, let's use fucking capitalism and Pepsi and a brand
and like a homemade family.
Yes.
That's not talented for being talented.
yes, and get a white woman,
A white woman
white privileged Nepo woman.
to then and a tiny girl and to be
throw
like,
a
here,
pep-
cop.
Here's a Pepsi to save the fucking world.
Do you know
That's America.
Do you know what's funny? Is that's exactly how they pitched it to her. They were like, okay, here's how. You Nepo baby capitalist little bitch. You're gonna hand a fucking carbonated, too much sugar, taxed, wild Pepsi, because fuck Coke. You're gonna hand it to a cop and you're gonna solve classism, racism, and fucking poverty.
Because you are the woman to do it.
Yes, because America said so. That's how they pitched it to her. I was there.
Literally.
Could you imagine? I wasn't there when JFK got shot, but I was
writer.
there. I was a writer on the no.
Watching.
I was like, you guys, we shouldn't do this. Like I was that writer in the ad. That's actually a really funny SNL skit. There's like that one girl that's like,
Yeah.
I don't think the Pepsi ad's gonna do well, you guys. Where was that
And
poor
no one's
intern?
listening, right?
No one's listening to it. It's literally the girl that's like giving out the coffees, being like,
Who is probably a person of fucking color
I
too.
know.
Like,
And she's like in the corner, like, that's stupid.
right. Like, yeah. Anyways.
Should we do emails?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do emails. That was kind of mean.
That was fucked up. I mean, but for a good reason.
Yeah, we were being mean for a good reason. Good reason, mean girls.
It's like a Dexter.
Yeah, I was
You know what I mean?
say.
We're using our mean girls for good.
Yes, it's like how I use my white privilege for good and not evil.
Exactly.
So that's layered. Tiramisu in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay, anyways, this one is called Crazy X BSF. Is that best friend? BSF?
BSF.
Best friend?
Special friend? Like
Best
benefits?
special.
Wait, how close is F to S on the keyboard? Maybe it is a typo.
No.
No.
Sorry.
No.
No. Okay, so let's see what she has to say. Hey, Steph, how are you? Anyways, I would like to stay anonymous, but I need some advice. I'm currently listening to the pod, and I would love to tell you this story. I, female, 18 Gemini, and my boyfriend, 23 Aquarius. I'm going to apologize.
I don't know if you're about to be proud of Aquarius.
Honestly, an Aquarius man is kind of the worst, but it's fine.
Men of any zodiac is kind of the worst.
Yeah,
If you
exactly.
think about it. Hard enough? Him too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, oh my God, all of them.
Yeah.
Anyways.
So they've been together for 6 months. That's only relevant because he's kind of the reason me and this girl aren't friends anymore. Oh, ex-best friend. Maybe.
Yeah, I think it's ex-best friend. Okay.
So to get to the story, this friend, we call her Sophie, 18 and Aquarius. I'm an Aquarius.
Wait, there's two Aquariuses beefing in this story?
I guess.
Between about a Gemini? Power dynamics.
Very on point.
Okay, let's go.
So we had been friends since freshman year in high school, and we are now freshmen in college. But anyway, she got to the point where she was trying to parent me in my relationship. Oh, God. It was probably...
That's the most Aquarius thing I've ever heard.
When did I ever parent your relationship?
Not me. What is this podcast, basically? If not that.
Oh, yeah, this is what I do. I'm like, yeah, tell me your problems. Let me guide you through life.
But in the best advice way. I mean, like,
Yeah.
let's be honest, it's not a negative trait about Aquarius.
No, yeah.
I just think it's funny.
We just want to help.
Exactly.
We're
I just think it's-
humanitarians.
Yeah.
That's what they say about us.
That's why I think it's funny, though. You were like, but how? And I'm like, Lights, camera, action.
Action.
Okay.
This email.
Okay. Anyways, that's probably why she's asking for advice. She's like, explain your people to me. Okay.
Okay. Anyways, no, where am I? It was probably my fault since I did get her involved, telling her about the minor inconvenience we had, even though they're normal in relationships. So she thought the relationship with him and I was toxic, even though she was the toxic one. She wanted us to break up, and at the time, I didn't want to lose him or her. So we broke up to get her off my ass. Long story short, she started stalking my every move and knew when I would go to his house. It was just a lot of drama, and she ended up blowing up on me and telling me that I needed to find a new best friend and roommate. It wasn't hard for me.
They were roommates too?
I guess so.
Shit.
It wasn't hard for me to move on, and now my boyfriend and I are still going strong. I guess I just want to know if I was the one in the wrong or if she blew it out of proportion. Sorry for this being a lengthy story. Whoever you are reading this with, I love you all.
That's interesting, though. In a situation like that, trying to see who's right and who's wrong, I don't think that's a thing that can be discovered immediately, but probably the truth of who's right and who's wrong will show up in like a year or time.
I think... so the best friend had good intentions.
Sophie?
Yeah, Sophie had good intentions. She just, again, this comes with life experience and age and, life experience. I think she just was trying to be a good friend and didn't know her boundaries, because ultimately all of us have been through a situation where we've had a friend, we didn't like the relationship they were in, and we just didn't agree with their actions. Rose is staring at me because there's been more, and you hit them, you face them at the club and you say something, you give them a piece of your mind.
I was in my mean era. Okay.
Yes. And like, but like ultimately, like you learn over time that like your friends are going to go through these battles in these situations, and a good friend, and not saying that she's not a good friend, but this is what eventually a good friend should do, is that you let them know how you feel a little bit, especially when they're together, because they're gonna go back and forth. Yep. And then, but you just are there to listen. Yeah. You can't control her to break up with her man and all this stuff. The fact that she's like trying to control her relationship, it's like that's weird. That's a little like going too far. Like she definitely has some sort of like control issues with that, because it's like, I know she means well, that she just wants her to be happy and that she shouldn't be in a relationship. But it's like at the same time, it's like the people are going to do what they're going to do. And you just kind of have to like care and support them and be there when they need you. Yeah. That's what friends are for.
I just think that like Sophie probably just took all her energy and just put it on the wrong person at the wrong time. Yeah. You know what I mean? And becoming obsessive of it. But I will say, dear reader, that sometimes as a friend, it's really hard. We get it. Like when you're in a relationship, it's really easy to ping pong from being like, I love him, I hate him. It is a lot harder for a friend to do that. Yeah. Because when you tell me all the terrible things about him and I don't see you for a few days, I'm only going to remember the terrible things about him. And then when you come back and are like, oh, it's all forgiven. And I'm like, bitch, did you not know a week ago he called you a bitch? Like and then you constantly are like, expecting us to be on the same tempo and roller coaster as your relationship. And so that's why we feel like, oh, I'm just going to be an anchor. Like whenever you need to like pull, if you need me to pull you out, like I'll remind you, or if you need me to ground you and like be like, hey, like I'm really happy that you're happy with him now. But like, remember like a few weeks ago, you were crying because he was doing XYZ. Sure, he gave you an apology, but did his actions reflect that apology? Right. Yeah. And then I feel like with Sophie, again, like you said, it comes with age. You learn how to better say that to your friends without coming off as like obsessive or like overbearing or parenting to a point where it's just like, okay, like I don't even want to hang out with you. It's becoming too intense. Right. Because, the thing that happened between us, this question's great for us, is it made me really sad that it was happening, but I just knew in my heart of heart that you needed to figure out your relationship with him, and that like, I wasn't going anywhere. Like I wouldn't have ever I think Sophie said the comment about like, you need to find a new best friend out of frustration and anger and feeling left out. I never would have said that to you. I just would have been like, I'm here when everything's calmed down. Like, I'm not here to say I told you so. If it doesn't go well, I'm just here when you
just
need
kept
me.
yourself around. Yeah. That's it.
As best as I could to respect you and the weird boundaries that he was setting in place for you.
Right.
And I feel
and
like
also boundaries for yourself, because it's like, again, you don't want to go through the ebbs and flows of our relationship
with
me.
Yeah. And where it's like, I'm only going to see and hear one side, which is like, I'm always going to side with the friend. Like, I'm sorry.
Right.
That's just, the boyfriend is going to be someone, even if you end up marrying that man, I'm still going to be like, he's going to escape in the night, you know, like I'm still going to be friends with, I'll be friendly towards him, but it's always going to be the friend that I hold up. But I feel like a lot of this has to do with the age. Like they're like freshmen, you know, freshmen and sophomore in college.
Like, again, not as much life experience yet in this. Like yes, you have like your little high school boyfriends and all that stuff, but it's like now they're entering adulthood. So we're entering adult relationships. And so there's not enough life experience yet where this friend is able to handle those type of emotions. Like they don't know how to handle like, oh wait, yeah, let me keep boundaries and just being anchor as a friend because that's what I need to do. But to not involve your entire emotions into their relationship, like it doesn't.
You're asking a lot of yourself.
Yeah. And also, you know, the dear reader who's writing this and is in the relationship, like don't tell your friends, you know, obviously everything you want, but at the same time, I don't tell you everything about me and Brian's every single fight and every single, like, you know what I mean? There's things that I keep in the relationship, and there's like, if there are something that does come up, like we could like have a conversation, but it's just like, don't hide obviously when it's like abusive or anything like that. But just know that like the more you tell people about your relationship, people are going to be prone to feel like they're involved.
Yes.
And that's something that I even deal with like my show as well too, is like trying to have that boundary of like, well, I want to share because I'm very open and I want people to learn from my experiences, but also not to give you every single like thing that happens throughout the day and every conversation, every detail, because people are going to feel more prone and more like they're more involved in the relationship than they should be.
Yeah, because you're opening that door. Yeah. And then you can't expect them to be like, wait, why'd you close this door? And it feels weird, which is why I feel like, you know, the question that the reader like basically says at the end is like, who's in the right and who's in the wrong? And again, I feel like it's something that has to come in time. Like, I don't think there's anything right or wrong. The actions might have been right or wrong, but I feel like as friends, like maybe you just need space and figure out your relationship with this guy first. Once you guys are on like really good terms, come back to your friend and be like, hey, I'm sorry I put all that negativity on you to make it seem like he's a bad guy, but like me and him, we're still trying to figure each other out. And like, I hope we can be friends, but sometimes that just takes time. Yeah,
it does. It takes time because it just takes like experience and growth and maturity.
Yeah.
So you'll be fine.
You'll be good.
You guys are okay.
I mean, you know,
it's almost like it's even as far as like, for instance, you know, like when you post like your significant other on Instagram all the time and then all of a sudden you stop. People like, even if you're just showing it on Instagram, people get involved in that relationship. And so when you stop posting them, people start getting involved. So it's kind of like the same-ish in a sense where it's like your best friend's even close to you. So you're going to them with everything. Like, that's probably like she doesn't know what to do with all of those emotions because she's affected by it too.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, kind of like.
And it affects like, well, I thought we were hanging out. Well, I'm hanging out with him. And it's like, okay, but like who are you choosing in this moment and stuff like that. So it's very weird. But the idea of how attached we get to other people's emotion, like relationships, like girl, I don't even care about, there's a TikTok relationship that keeps on coming on my timeline.
Is it with the Asian guy and the black girl?
Oh, no, not that one.
Because she like, oh, never mind. Sorry.
Wait, no, what's that one?
It was just funny. She just posted like a random thing like, sorry guys, like we just broke up. And it was a funny way of, it was a really random, silly way of announcing their breakup.
Oh my God, no, this really one's funny. Like some guy named Jalen and some girl named Monet or something. Or Renee, I don't even know. But like I see it and like, I don't even think they're openly dating, but like TikTok is so invested where it's like, there's a video where he's wearing a sweater and she's wearing a similar sweater or maybe the same sweater. And they're like, they're dating. And I'm like, this is stupid. But like, let me search all these videos and see what the rabbit hole is.
Going back to Justin, Haley, Selena, like people are so invested, like Team Haley, Team Selena, because it's like a lot of Justin's like fans, I'm a believer, have been like
I love that that's their name.
Oh,
I'm a believer. I'm a believer.
Yeah.
That is the funniest term for fans.
Journal's best album.
Oh, I really do like that song with Chance the Rapper and him. Yeah.
Yes. Anyways. So, but like but the generation Gen Z, like they have really they grew up with Selena and Justin because it was like everywhere. They were everywhere. They were very.
It was their JT and Brittany.
Exactly,
Yep.
but even more because there was social media.
Yes, they could tangibly see how each of them are doing simultaneously,
and like they're commenting each other. You know what I mean? Posting each other, and then to switch over to Haley, people are like so invested into that relationship. They're like, Team Selena. It's like it's so. That's what I'm saying. So the more you give to people, the people are gonna like
assume that they have ownership over it.
Yeah, so that's what homegirl Sophie is feeling.
And she's also, I think, just trying to be a good friend. I would ask her how she's doing. Just like, are you good? Like, what is this actually? What's the real issue at hand? Are you upset that I have a boyfriend? Do you feel left out? Should I be hanging out more time with you? Like, take the boyfriend off the table and check in with the friendship.
Yeah, maybe she feels like you're not spending as much time. Like, it could be anything. Yeah, talk to her.
Just check in. I love friends.
Yeah, be a good friend.
We love friends.
Aww.
It's about
friendship.
I was going to say time, but okay. It's about time, friendship.
Okay. Oh, why do we keep doing that?
I don't know. It's like E.T. Phone Home. It's real cute. It's like intimate.
Yeah. Okay.
You're mean.
You're so mean.
So mean. I'm going to say that now to
so
people.
Mean.
I'm just like anything. I'm just like, oh my God, that's so mean.
So mean. You're such a bitch.
You're such a cunt. I do love that word though.
Okay, but there's so many great emails with so many great subject lines. Like which one do you want to read? I'm going to give you that option.
Oh, okay. Wait. Okay. Cornfields. Wait, whoa. Wow. Okay. Nipple scabs. Oh, wow. Wow.
Actually, I wonder. Okay.
It says single girl with 0 hoes and 0 sneaky links. Sneaky links. That word always cracks me up.
Yeah.
This is anonymous. Would you like to say anonymous? No. Okay, Jasmine. Hey, would you like to be able to call or read messages with Rose McAleese? Oh. Yes. Yeah, this is it. I'm reading the messages. Basically, this is the very first time being single with no guys to text, no sneaky links, and I'm riding solo, as Jason Derulo would say. You've already won me over. Basically, I would like to ask, what tips do you recommend for being a single lady? Oh, shit, this is perfect for me. All my friends are either have boyfriends or are busy in their own lives. I have taken myself on dates, treated myself to concerts, restaurants, or shopping, but I still get bored from time to time. Any recommendations? Oof. Well, as someone who's currently going through this where I'm like, how do I stay longer without having to commit to someone? I mean, obviously you're saying the things you need to. My biggest thing is, and this is like, I was having a conversation with Alyssa, your great makeup artist, Alyssa.
Your great makeup. Shout out to Alyssa.
Shout out to Alyssa and her great makeup skills on this.
Oh yeah, she did his makeup on there.
We were talking about how we really are starting to think that the next level of single girltum is like going to another city, like traveling by ourselves. Like tell your friends you're going to a city, right? Where it's like, here I am going to Italy, and I'm like, hey, anyone who wants to meet me in Italy at some point, like I will be in these cities at these times. Where it's like, try to travel by yourself. Or this idea of that, like this reader, it's like, what are some tips? It's like, I know it's hard to make friends as an adult, but like try to make new friends, or just try to put yourself out there in the sense of like, here's my thing that I will probably give this advice and not take it. Try to make friends with a guy without sleeping with them.
Okay.
Like just you don't like this advice?
No,
this is stupid.
I'm waiting for.
Well, but just basically, I feel like it's good because it's like if you're looking for the hoes and the sneaky links, like those just come. Like also those are very easy. You can just download the apps and get like hoes and sneaky links. But if you're looking to be entertained, if you're looking for stuff to do, I mean, you're doing the concerts, you're doing the restaurants, you're doing all that stuff. Like now add a challenge where it's like, try to find someone at those events that you're doing it. Like, don't, go in there by yourself and maybe come out with a new friend or a new person. Yeah. So it's this idea of like, go into it with no expectations, but then like have this idea of like, oh, I'm going to like try to chat to a guy tonight, but like, I don't need his phone number. I'm just going to like ask. Yeah. Obviously if he's like, hey, let me have your phone number. Sure. But like, don't go into it thinking you're going to like sleep with this guy or like turn him into a sneaky link. Just like, chalk up a conversation with them.
Yeah. Like put yourself out there and don't have expectations.
Yes, absolutely.
Like, yeah. Because she's doing all the right things going outside.
Yeah, exactly.
She's going to all the places. She's doing the thing.
Concerts, dining, movies, restaurants. Yeah, she's doing all the things. Shopping by herself. But then it's like add that new, it's like.
Make connections. Because maybe it's not that person, but if you make friends with them, it could be their friends or maybe their friend's cousin's roommate. Ooh. It could like the connection. So build your network.
Build your hoe network.
Yes.
Build
you know what I mean?
The hoe net. The worldwide hoe net. You know what I mean?
Why are you so silly?
I don't know. I feel like I'm staring at you being like, how many episodes have you done? And
this is my 9th one.
I don't know how you do.
Why do I look okay?
No, you look great. You look amazing. You always are.
Do I look like I'm like
so
off?
fucking beautiful? No, you're not.
Okay.
This is my 2nd episode, and I'm like,
oh, you're tired?
Not like tired, but I'm like you.
You're just trying to like come up with things to say.
You just are so professional and so beautiful. And you look so well rested and so pretty.
It's because I slept all day. Because I couldn't move. I was exhausted. I'm exhausted. I feel like I feel exhausted. Hopefully I'm
always look better than how you feel. Story of my life.
Story of my life.
Always. If you see me and I look fucking great and I'm gorgeous and I'm stunning, please know that I'm dying on the inside.
Literally me. What? I actually got scared.
I did too.
Gwen,
we're filming.
Don't do that.
It's just me. I'm one of the good ones.
I was going to say, there's a black man in the apartment.
I'm one of the good ones.
No, what are you doing?
What are you doing? I screamed. You screamed. I looked over and I just see a head.
Not even eyes, just the head. Cut this out. It was, oh my God, that was scary because I was like, what is happening? I thought I was like, oh, the wind has opened your door. And
I just saw like a slumped over shadow.
Yes, I know, because then you were like, oh yeah, no, I remember because when the guy was out there throwing packages at windows, I was like, did you lock the door? And you're like, yeah. And so when it opened, I was like, whoa, the wind. And then I was like, how did it open? Harry Potter.
I want to rewind to that
Harry Potter. I love you.
Anyways, yeah. So next emo, do you have any other things? Do I seem exhausted now? I'm all insecure.
No, you're not. That's what I'm saying. Is that you're so fucking professional, my guy.
My guy,
you're doing it so professional. Oh, but yeah, if you see me and I look great, it's because I'm not. See, I needed to because I needed to tell the world, as you know, my hair is back to it's more copper than my normal red.
Yeah.
But it's copper, and now I have bangs because I needed.
I love your bangs. I've been inspired.
Because here's my thing about my bangs. I needed everyone to know that I was going through something without me having to tell them. So how do you do that? You get bangs and dye your hair red. And everyone's like, are you okay? And I'm like, no. I'm not.
But I look fucking great.
But I look fucking tight. I look I'm like, oh.
I do want a new hairdo. Maybe I need to switch it up. I'm bored with my hair.
Chop it all off.
No. Okay. I won't go that far.
Wow.
Maybe I'll do a blonde.
No, that will make my mom so sad.
I love blonde Steph.
Okay, here's the thing. Look at me right now, because this is recording. This is going to be on wax.
If
you dye your hair blonde and your life starts going to shit, I told you. My mom told you. Do you know what I mean?
Why would you wish that upon me?
I'm not wishing that upon you. I'm not wishing that upon you. I'm not wishing that upon you. But you even said it yourself. If you did a do and you cut to your own clip of you saying, when I'm blonde, my life's not doing as well. That's you.
I didn't say that.
Yes, you did.
Did I say that?
Because when you were like, oh my God, your mom was right. Remember when I FaceTimed your mom? Yeah. Now I'm you. Remember when I FaceTimed your mom?
Of that TikTok that was like, oh, when Asians go blonde, don't mess with her. She's going through something. But when they go back to black, definitely don't fuck with her because she's fucking healed.
Oh, yeah. See? And then my mom didn't know that, though. And my mom was like, Stefanie looks happier when she's not blonde.
Aw.
So I don't know. I mean, you can go back blonde. I'm not wishing that upon you. I realized as I was saying that, I was like, oh, God, I sound like a total cunt. But, as someone who's like,
being a cunt.
I'm being mean.
You're a cunt.
I'm being mean.
Yes.
But, as someone who, chopped off all her hair, which everyone's like, did you? But it was down here. Remember?
Oh, I didn't realize.
I always wear my hair up, so people didn't realize that my hair was. This is the shortest my hair's been in maybe 15 years.
I love it. Short hair is in right now. I saw a TikTok that long hair is chooky.
Is what?
Chooky?
Oh, that stupid word.
I fucking hate that word, but I think it's so funny.
It is kind of funny. It does sound like
Chuggy.
furniture from IKEA, though.
Yes.
Like, oh, what is that? It's a chuggy.
Chuggy.
Yeah, and it's like a side table that has like cute little round,
Yeah,
like
it's a little side table.
like fucking drawers. And that's a chuggy. It's from the spring collection of IKEA.
Yeah, long hair is chuggy, so you're like on trend.
Oh my god.
You have short hair.
Yeah, because I just don't want it anymore. I was just like, get rid of it.
Yeah, because
And
you're
here
going
I
through
am.
something.
I was going through something and I needed
I'm thinking
everyone
of getting
to
bang
know.
extensions.
What?
You can get bang extensions.
How come no one told me before I got myself fucking bangs? Actually, no, I do have to say though, my bangs were banging.
Yeah.
My shaggy bins.
I love it. You're so pretty.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next email.
Next email. This is gonna be a great show.
You're exhausted just from doing 2.
That's why I'm like, this is crazy. To you, you're like, Rose, I'm jogging. I feel like I'm in the Olympics right now, and you're like, this is a warm up.
I think this is why I loved ending all of my courtings with you, because you talk so much. So I really just could just chill. I don't have to think.
You're welcome.
So you're really running the show, and I'm just bouncing off of you.
Oh,
so probably
fair.
that's why I look like I'm not as stressed, or I am.
Are you? No, your pulse says otherwise. You feel very calm right now.
Yeah,
I love you.
I love you too.
Okay. Plug
Okay.
yourself.
No, one more email. Subject is doing nothing for your B-Day forgivable?
Yes. Oh, that's not the that's just a subject line.
Yes. I love that you
Yes.
answer it already. Like,
Yes. Next question. No, okay, go on, read it.
Hi, Stephanie. I need some advice. So my birthday was yesterday. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Happy belated birthday.
Yes. And every year I request my week off because that's my present to myself. Good for you. That's a good.
Smart.
Why don't we do that?
Why don't
We're all
we
like,
do that?
we'll work through our birthday. Who cares?
Wow.
No.
I used to think because of capitalism, I used to be like, oh, I'm going to make money on the day I was born. No, I should just not do
Right.
that. Okay.
So, yeah. So good to you. Good for you. Well, my boyfriend was just spewing negativity towards me since I mentioned it, but he doesn't pay my bills. So what does it matter if I work or not? Then he asked what my plans were, which I only really had 3. Oh, my dog okay? 1 was going out to dinner with friends. 2 was
If Rocky dies and I'm
Stop.
here, I'm going to be so mad.
no, stop it.
Where's he going? Where's he going?
I think he's got to pee. Yeah, he's got to pee.
Do you want to go take him out? and
Yeah,
pee?
pause.
Okay, pause.
Why you look so disgusted?
Well, I'm not disgusted. I'm just like worried about him. He's such a beautiful little baby dog, and I love him. Oh my God. This is wild to me. Poor little chicky nugget. Hello, Steph. You're going to look back on this audio and be like, Rose, what the fuck were you doing? I was talking to you. Actually, I'm going to check my phone. Look at this. I don't even need to dog anyone. When do I fly out? Tomorrow morning. Rain on me. Mm-hmm. Did he go?
Yeah.
I love that you were like, he had to pee. He had to go pee.
He doesn't ever get up unless it's
Oh my
like,
God. Why does he smell like stir
I can
fry?
smell him like from here.
Yeah, he smells like stir fry.
Is it stir fry?
When's the last time you gave him a bath?
Before I left
How long ago was that?
last week.
He is ripe. He is a ripe old man.
That's sad. I don't want to. Hi, Rock. Your bed's right there. He's fine. Let me get to this email. Stop touching my dog.
I'm not.
Why is he confused? Hold on. Let me figure this out.
Because he's cold. He's cold. He's so cold. Okay, ready?
Okay. Whew. Let's read this. Okay, so 1 was going out to dinner with friends. 2 was picking up my B-Day freebies and from like Sephora.
No, but everywhere you can get free stuff at Starbucks. There's a website where you can type in your
Really?
birthday and it'll tell you all the places. Like Jersey Mike's gives you something free. It's Auntie May, like the aunties, like pretzels. Like there's a
Yeah.
whole list of places that will give you free shit. on your
Holy
birthday.
shit.
Yep.
I love that. I need to do that next year. And 3rd was my dinner with my parents. He was so jealous I was going out with friends. And then he mentioned he thought it was dumb I wanted to collect free stuff. What?
It's free, babes.
It's free. Why is
you ain't gonna pay? He sucks. Nope.
Yeah,
Next boyfriend.
he sucks.
He's corny.
So he's not fun.
For your birthday, you get a new boyfriend.
Yeah.
That's what I'm granting you. I'm putting that out into the universe.
So then the day of my actual B-day, I told him I'm getting ready to go out and pick up my freebies, and he tried to invite himself, and that's where I wasn't having it. He wasn't about to hop on my plans after being negative about them a week ago. So I told him no. He later calls me and asks what I'm doing, in which I told him I'm having lunch with my family. The phone call was so awkward that I got pissed and told him to leave me alone today. I think because I was expecting him to mention plans for us, but didn't. Yeah, I was going to say, like, what, is he doing anything for you? Anyways, so midnight was approaching and my stomach sank. It hurt me so much that my boyfriend of 3 years, who lives 10 minutes away, made no effort to even come over to me to give me a hug or kiss or flowers. I cried the whole night and called him to tell him this isn't the type of relationship I want long term, and broke up with him out of anger. I just couldn't help but just feel hurt. He's not financially stable, so I don't ever ask for materialistic things. So why is he pissed that that you want free shit?
Maybe he's like, it's like Steve trying to buy the suit with Miranda. It's like a pride thing, you know? Yeah. Sex and the City reference. Sorry.
Yeah. No, we love it. So I imagine he would try at least a little on my day to make me feel special. The worst part was everyone in my life made an effort in some way, and it's like I felt so lonely in a relationship. Like, what's the point of being with someone if on special days that they act like they don't exist?
You know what's so weird is I always thought breaking up with someone on your birthday was the best time to break up with them.
Why?
Because if you break up with them, then your friends and family are there with you being like, hey, sorry you went through a breakup. Like, they're there with you in that moment.
I wouldn't want to do it because I would remember on that date forever that I broke up with so-and-so.
Nah, I'm too cooler than the man I'm breaking up with. I'd be like, no, that's my birthday, motherfucker.
That's true.
That's your death day, but my birthday.
You're so mean.
I'm so mean.
You're such a cunt.
But I was like, okay, first of all, what I thought was so wild about this email is the subject line was a little deceiving.
Yeah, wait, what was the subject?
The subject line was like, is there an issue with not making him birthday plans?
Is doing nothing for your B-day forgivable?
Oh, I'm okay. The first time I heard it, I thought she was like, is it okay that I don't do anything for my birthday? I'm like, oh, that's fine. You ain't got to do shit on your birthday.
Right.
You know me.
Context,
clues, context. I always feel like, because my birthday's on a holiday, so it's like harder to celebrate on the actual day. So I always throw that house party a few days after. And it's easier on other people because then I'm like, it can actually be a weekend. But I feel like with most people, it's like, yeah, if you don't want to do anything on your actual birthday, like, yeah, sure, just like celebrate it. I love celebrating other people's birthdays, so that's why I thought she was saying that. But now with context clues, I know that the issue is that he didn't plan anything for your birthday. And honestly, it seems as though he might have had plans in the sense that he was like, what are you doing? Why are you doing free shit? And then got mad, and like, despite the fact that it was your birthday, it seems like he almost canceled your plans. Like, I'm really pushing this narrative.
Honestly,
but like,
he just fucking sucks.
He does suck, and you don't need to be with him anymore.
Like, yeah, that's literally what it is. He just like doesn't, like, she's asking for all she wanted on the night that it turned midnight for her birthday was, she said she just wanted a hug and a kiss. She wasn't fucking asking for much, and he couldn't even give her that.
He lived 10 minutes away.
Bitch, that's like below bare minimum.
That is below. That is just literally, that's included with the package.
Right, exactly. Like that should be an essential.
That's not an add-on. You're not paying extra for that shit.
Exactly.
But I do think there's this like weird thing. I mean, one of the worst birthdays I've ever had was like a birthday before Anthony and I broke up. And it was like one of those things that I realized that, like, I don't know, it was just like something about like it being my birthday. And he was like, you're asking so much of me. And I was like, it's my birthday. Like, and this weird thing, but he also doesn't like birthdays. But I was like, that doesn't mean that you should hate mine. Like, it was just like, it's this very weird thing that people have relationships to the birthdays. And I'm not trying to be sympathetic towards this dude at all. But in the sense of like, what is his relationship with birthdays? Like, is he someone that's like never had a good one? Does he associate it with negative things in his own family and stuff like that? Was he never able to have lunch with family and friends to celebrate him the way? So like, there are some people that are like, can't enjoy someone else's happiness because it reminds them of their own sadness. I have a lot of quotes. I said it.
That was
Angela
literally it.
Bassett did the thing.
That's literally what's happening. It's just because that he's just projecting.
Yeah. And I think what's really smart though is that Dear Reader is just the idea that she didn't take the projectives as I'm the problem and just was like, I need to get out of this situation. She needed to pull the ripcord and to exit.
Yeah. It's a good job.
Yeah. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, bitch.
Happy birthday, bitch. And you know what's really cool about birthdays? Another one's coming soon.
And he won't be there.
And he won't be there.
And he won't.
But for your birthday, we are wishing upon you a fine gentleman who is smart, kind, courageous, good looking, and exactly what you need mentally, physically, and everything in between. Happy birthday.
Oh, I love that.
Sending it out there. Well, because apparently I set you up for bad juju with you dyeing your hair blonde. So I'm like trying to make up for the fact that I'm trying to make up for. See, and here I am trying to make up for being mean. I was mean, and then now I'm thinking, oh, that's my new thing.
Because you are really nice.
That's the thing that Clarice and I have we've decided. And one of the times that you know how when you love something so much, you're just like, I want to hurt it.
Yes.
You know, there's a term for it. I can't remember it.
Gigel.
Yes. So is it no?
Well, in Tagalog, gigel, it would be kind of the term for it.
Oh, then that's
gigel.
Gigel. I like that.
Yeah, I don't know if it's Tagalog or another I don't know. It's like a slang.
But it's the term. It's the word that describes the term. So but this idea, and so now I've done this thing now where it's when I'm I want to punch you in your face and kiss you on your forehead. It's become the new thing where it's I want to hurt you and love you. Yeah. I want to hurt you and love you, which is not healthy all the time. That's just it's a joke. I'm joking. It's a joke. Plug yourself.
Why do you get awkward at the end of your statement?
Because I'm not mean. If I was mean, I'd be I said what I said. Angela Bassett did the thing.
You're next
question.
Next koala.
It's the short hair. Short hair Rose is interesting.
How is she different from regular long-haired Rose?
I think honestly, short-haired Rose is way more sensitive. Short hair Rose is far more sensitive.
Aww.
I think short-haired Rose is
there's less of it, so she's more vulnerable.
I was going to say, this is where the Charlotte comes in. Because long hair Rose is I don't give a fuck. I'm on my Cher shit. You know, I got the long hair. I'm on my Casey Musgraves. I'm ooh, let me get this up in here. Long hair, don't care. And then short hair Rose is just very much Manny Pixie Girl, being love is beautiful. Oh, that voice was creepy. But I don't know. Short hair Rose is I don't know. Possibilities are endless.
Aw, it's who you really are.
No, I'm in between.
Danny said.
No, Danny said that I'm not a mean person. He didn't say anything about me being a hopeless romantic. He just said that I love in the sense of friendships and families and stuff. And he was honestly, you're your soulmate, the person you're supposed to be with.
What else did he say in your reading? I want to know.
It was really beautiful. There's a lot of stuff that I'll keep to myself because it was, it made me cry. But the thing that I thought was really interesting is that he was you're your match, your person is going to be older than you, which I was Pedro Pascal. And then also more importantly, you're going to meet him later in life, which, that's my whole thing is my fear is meeting someone sooner than I should. And they were and Danny was oh no, you'll meet them later on in life and you'll be good. And then of course the part that he was you're going to be really.
Sorry, it's my dog. It's an inverted sneeze. You continue.
Okay.
Action.
Okay, I was just making sure he was okay.
He's good.
But Danny was also saying that he was you're gonna have a really great and amazing career that's gonna last a really long time. It's gonna be very bright and be long, and the longevity of it is gonna be overwhelming. And I was great, cool. When does that happen? He was 2026. And I was
what?
Fuck! He was you're getting there, but he was the real upkeep of it. And I was just
I mean, you're ready. You're ready. You're already there.
I'm trying. I'm out in these streets trying.
You're building.
I'm building.
I'm telling you, you're gonna win an Oscar.
That would be tight.
I would love to win an Oscar, even though I don't do.
I'll bring you on stage.
Yeah, I'll just be there.
No, because it's I don't know. I feel, the funny thing is the Oscars that just passed, even though I hate this industry sometimes, this past Oscars reminded me why I love this industry. They could have easily given it to the old head. They could have easily given it to Spielberg. Everyone thought they would because they're it's Spielberg. It's, fucking the man of movies himself. And they didn't. They gave them to the fucking young up-and-coming directors, the Daniels. They gave it to a fucking movie that was weird and bizarre and wasn't your cliche like
I love that
war
movie.
or slave movie or Oscar baity
everything,
movie.
everywhere, all at once.
It was a movie about a fucking mom being in the Matrix who happened to be Asian. And it was just like this celebration of like life and possibilities. And it made me, and like when Quan got his and he was like crying and I was like, talk about a redemption story. Like this guy's been in like the industry forever. So I mean, in the sense of like, it would be really cool and really tight to win an Oscar. But I also feel like it's one of those things where it's like, it's really nice to see people who've been in the industry for so long finally get their flowers. Like, that's why I love this really
Besides Angela Bassett.
Oh, Angela Bassett. She should have gotten it for Tina Turner. She honestly should have gotten it for Tina Turner. I don't even think Wakanda was her best. She got the nomination because she's fucking Angela Bassett.
Right.
She did the thing, but that's not her best performance. She should have gotten it for Tina Turner, and there's been countless other roles that she should have gotten it for.
Yeah.
But the Oscars are weird. They play like a weird game sometimes, and then every so often they like throw a curveball because you have younger voters now. Like there's new generations of people that are like can now vote for the Oscars, and so now it's like reflecting the people that are making the films. Which is, you know, all a long way of saying Danny says I'm going to be one of those people, apparently. So
I love that.
yeah, it's been really great. So I think Shorthead Rose is just embracing that. Shorthead Rose. Shorthead Rose. Oh, you know, Shorthead Rose on the street. Yeah, God bless the child. God bless that child over there.
Stop. Just like let him live.
I'm trying to let him live. I really am trying to let that dog live. Is he pooping?
No. He just gets like that when he's just trying to figure out what he's just old. He's just really uncomfortable. It's really what it is.
It's making me uncomfortable.
No, I'm probably gonna have to put him down like very, 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 very soon. I'm like still like on the fence, but it like is leaning towards a yes.
You're gonna edit this out, right?
We'll see.
Oh my God.
But yeah. It's really sad. But anyways, back to you. I love when you talk about like just your
pop culture.
Pop culture.
We're gonna have to do a pop culture episode. I really wanted. Okay, so there's God, I can't remember the podcast of it, but there was like this great podcast I was listening to on an airplane. You know, sometimes they just start playing and you're like, what is this? And they were doing like their favorite cringe culture moments, you know, where it's like you can't like look away and it's like painful and awkward and you're like, ugh, you know, and they were talking about Paula Abdul. Do you remember when she had that show that was like, Hey Paula? And it was like her reality TV show.
What year was this?
Oh, this was like in the height of American Idol.
Okay. Yeah. Oh my God. Early 2000s, like reality TV, like is so cringe.
Because here's my thing. And I'm stealing this from a TikTok I saw. Can't remember the creator. Yeah. He said, you know what, Gen Z, fuck off. You guys don't know what great art is. You didn't watch every single week when Flavor of Love was airing in real time. And I was like, that honestly is a cultural, the chokehold.
Till this day, it's like the best meme ever.
Everyone, I mean, how many times have you heard like the fucking New York being like, I don't like that. Beyonce, more like Luther Vandross.
Luther Vandross.
Yes, and then like her spitting on Pumpkin and then being like, oh no, come back here. Or Pumpkin spitting on her.
I want reality TV to be like that again.
Yes, make reality TV Flavor of Love again. Like it's just so fucking good. It was
Except this one, it's like, God,
what?
Do you remember? And I don't know if a lot of people do. You could find it on YouTube because me and Brian kind of watched it recently. Was it Ice Cube made a reality TV?
Yes,
the Black and White family.
Oh, where they got away with blackface, basically.
Yes.
Well, I didn't say I don't think they got away with it, but they did blackface.
They did. They had the white family, and they were like, "Oh yeah, like this is why." You know, like how it's like being black. I can't believe it was just so.
And there was that white woman, the white mom who tried to do slam poetry. And it was like really awkward because she called the kid a creature or something. Or like, it was very bizarre.
It was just horrible.
It was so bad. And like that, and you could tell that the daughter on the show who had to be the one that being black, like you could see that the kids were like, this is not okay. But their parents signed them up. And I just remember being like, Ice Cube really thought he was doing some Nobel Peace Prize.
He really did.
He thought he was breaking boundaries.
Yes.
And it was like by wearing costumes, by like trying to say that this is acceptable.
Yeah, just like the America's Next Top Model when they had all that whole thing, the photo shoot had everyone do
different races, and she was like, you're gonna be like Ethiopian and Italian, and you're like, ooh, that's a lot of colonization in one. Like, it's just like the pairings, and
bring it back.
Kenya Barris.
Let's get pissed at people.
I know.
Don't
Let's bring them back. Well, because then the other one was like, remember when she was saying the girl was plus size and she was a size 8? And everyone was like, you mean an average sized woman?
Literally, it was so, like, it was just so bad.
It was so bad.
We lived in such a fucked up culture.
Such a fucked up time. Do you remember the famous slap from Real World? Real World Seattle?
No.
Where the black gay guy slapped the white girl?
The what?
The black gay guy slaps the white girl. And it was just like, the only reason why I know that is literally that was like the whole like MTV news was like, oh my God, this like guy like slaps this girl. And then all of a sudden it became like such a huge race thing. But like, honestly, like she kind of deserved it. She was like kind of a bitch.
Do you remember the Yo Mama?
Oh, the Yo Mama, you like with the Yo Mama jokes? And it was hosted by
Wilbur,
who was the most problematic man now? Oh my God, I know.
Finally,
Who allowed that show to exist?
That was probably so annoying in your guys' ear. I'm sorry that I tried to sing like Demi Lovato.
Was that Demi?
Yeah.
You didn't try because you didn't succeed.
That's why it sounds so bad.
Oh, you were trying to do the 17?
29. But I was like, finally 29. Because she does sing it like really like
high pitchy and then clicks it in.
Yeah.
Yep.
But yeah,
Yo Mama. I mean, Pimp My Ride. You saw that Reddit thread of all the people who had the Pimp My Rides, and they're like, my car was destroyed when I drove. Where they're like, the fish tank immediately exploded. It was leaking. Bathtubs. They're like leaking all over the place. One girl was like, I had to sell the car because the insurance quadrupled because of all the stuff that they put in the car.
Oh my God.
Man, I know people don't be knowing these, artifacts of history.
Artifacts.
The
prime time of pop. We should just do pop culture, but from early 2000s. As if it's current events.
Yes. Could you imagine? And we'll like choose a day of the week and we'll be like, yo, in the week of March 20th, this is like all the crazy shit that was happening.
Right.
Do you remember the beef between between Christina Aguilera and Eminem?
Yes.
That shit?
That was so fucking, oh my God.
That's a height of it too.
We should literally dissect all of the beefs of back from like, we're on to something. I feel like it'd be so much fun.
Throwback beef?
Yeah.
I love it.
Do you guys want that? If you guys want that, like, let us know. We'll make it happen.
Click and subscribe and comment below.
Yeah.
Isn't that what you're supposed to say? I've watched YouTube videos.
Yeah. Anyways.
The number below to help Vincent pay for her time. You too can help. $1 a day. You too can help this girl not lose her home. Lose your home? Lose your home. Plug yourself.
Vincent. Anyways. Plug yourself. Oh wait, this is the goodbye.
Oh, this is the goodbye
episode. This is the last time we're doing an episode here.
Goodbye apartment. Goodbye moon.
Shout out to Nina and Kelsey for painting this wall when they lived here. This is now iconic. Whoever lives here next, hopefully they don't paint over this wall, but they probably will.
It's the big blue wall.
The big blue wall.
Could you imagine someone comes in here and they're like, oh, this is where they filmed Procreal Therapy?
They're like, wait,
yes,
that looks familiar.
And over here, this is where they filmed the podcast. But
that's how I feel about like the dungeon. I'm like, whoever like lived there next, we're like, did they realize that was such an iconic historical landmark that they were sleeping in?
Yes, the amount of like a Los Angeles historical society comes through and is like, save the dungeon. But the amount of weird sex and weird sex stories that happened in that place.
Well, so you're saying my sex is weird?
No, I'm just saying in the sense of like how it's like, yes, I'm saying your sex is weird. But you even said you've had some weird sex there.
I've had some weird sex.
You've had some great sex.
I've had some phenomenal sex.
Great fucking sex stories there.
Yeah.
I just remember that
and
hallway.
Recorded it in the,
And that hallway just made me so nervous because it was so small and it always felt like the walls were coming in. Because I'd be like,
and you like pass the laundry room.
Yeah, and I always had this question. How did you open the laundry door? Because it was literally the width of the hallway. So when you opened it, you couldn't go this way, right? Okay.
Yeah. If you opened it, I mean, you couldn't pass by. You'd have to close it in order to like keep going.
That's how small.
It didn't fully open because it hit the wall.
Mama started from the bottom. Now we're here. Look at that.
Getting evicted.
I know. I mean, honestly.
Vincenzo.
We're getting evicted. But I will say, you don't know life and you don't know lessons until you've been fired or evicted. You know, I'm just putting that out there. It's one of my many quotes.
I don't even live here. I've been living in Oakland, but it's fine.
Everyone
it's just
knows.
a lot of drama.
It's just a lot of drama. Let go. Out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah, I mean, it's just we're meant to actually go into a real studio.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So goodbye, Wall.
Goodbye. On to
so
bigger
much.
and better things. Thank you for giving me.
Thank you for being a friend.
Golden Girls.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy? They were like only like 50 years old. Sex in the City,
I
just
know.
like they're literally the same age.
Well, no, Sex and the City, they're in their 30s.
No, sorry, and just like that.
Oh.
The same age as the Golden Girls. Only difference is hair and clothes. They were the same age.
Whoa.
Carrie Bradshaw and Just Like That is the same age as like the Golden Girls. Like
that blows my mind.
Yep.
And that's even crazy because I remember people being like, whoa, Betty White's old. But you're like, no, she's not. She was like, and then you're like, oh, wow, she was like, I mean, she was 99 when she died.
Right. But she was like 50. Like 50 is really not that old.
No, it's very young. But they made it look older than it was.
Yeah. Stupid ageist.
I know, it's terrible. But thank God, like you have more, let's be honest, you have more people of age. Michelle Yeoh, when she won that Oscar and was like, don't let anyone say that you're past your prime. Because they were saying that she got backlash apparently because she was too old to play a James Bond when she was the first Asian James Bond girl. And they were saying that she was too old. She was in her 30s. And they were like, that's too old. Yeah, that's how I reacted. I also burped on the track. I was like, ew, disgusting. But yeah, like you just have to like, age is stupid. But we're in a time now where you have like, fucking Jane Fonda and Lily Tomlin in like so many movies, and people are watching them now, and their show, Grace and Frankie. Yeah, they're timeless.
Yeah, I wonder if like we had an 18-year-old send us an email. We're in our 30s.
Yeah, what would you say to them?
Do you think we're like old? I like wonder like if people think we're like old.
Yeah. Do you guys think we're old? I mean, I don't.
Am I old to you guys? Because I feel young. Maybe just a little bit more tired than I felt when I was younger, but and acid reflux. But
I was going to say heartburn.
Heartburn, bitch. I always gotta have Tums in my travel bag.
Yo, my friend Jackie, she literally goes, I pop Tums like I used to pop Molly. Like
literally.
It's like, ooh, let's get one. You're like, I'm not even eating, but let me take one for fun.
I have Tums in my nightstand.
Me too. I just had to go buy some to put in my suitcase to take to Atlanta. I'm acting like there's not Tums in Atlanta, like I'm going to a foreign country.
But
or
you're
something.
doing it so you don't have to go get it.
So I can have it on the airplane, and I'll be ready because I know when I'm on an airplane, that's when the heartburn seems to hurt the most. But that's literally the only thing. I will say I went back to my old high school to do like a career day.
Yeah,
super quick, and the kids like they didn't realize how old I was because I was passing for like a teenage kid basically, or like at least in my 20s.
Yeah.
And then they were like, I was like, oh yeah, when I graduated in 2008, and they were like, that's the year where you're born, and I was like, my entire body was like, what?
Wait, people. Oh yeah, because that was like.
I know. It was wild because even one of them was like, or not.
Because I graduated 2009.
Yeah, so like there was because they were 14 years old, and it was 14 years ago that I graduated high school. Or no, it was 13 years ago, but I'm saying like, sorry, that's what it was. Not that when I graduated high school, but when I started high school, it was 2004. And I told them that, and they're like, that's the year we were born. And I was like, you guys were born 3 years after 9/11. And they were like, 9/11's in our history books. And I was like, that was the only time in my entire life where I felt old. Right. But it was even funnier because they were like, we don't understand, Miss Rose. Like, aren't you like 27? And I was like, yes. Like, I was like, oh, I passed for 27. Which is fine because it just means I'm on track. Yeah. But you know me, I have no problem with age and anything.
Yeah, I want to age. I want to get older.
Me too. I love it. I can't wait because it's just like, oh, now I really don't give a fuck. In my 20s, I was lying to everyone, being like, I'm not hurt. In your
20s, you're just lying to yourself throughout the whole time because you're just trying to fucking survive because you don't know what the fuck you're doing.
You don't.
And in your 30s, you still kind of don't know what the fuck you're doing, but at least you're more confident about it.
And I'm okay with how broke I am. You know what I mean? Like
you're
in my 20s, I was like,
you'll be fine. You're kind of like, I went through this shit before. I'll be okay. Oh, I got laid off. It's fine.
Yeah,
Done it before.
Another recession. Okay.
No
Been
big
there,
deal.
done that. Yeah. So it's just that
Yeah.
kind of like mentality. But I just thought the part that just blew my mind is the concept of time, where I was like, oh shit. Like if you were born in the year that I started high school, you were born after 9/11. You don't know what it's like not to have. So that's the thing where I was like, ooh, time. But age-wise, I think about it and I'm like, girl, I'm only 33. That is so young. Like I was like, I still have like literally to have another lifetime on top of me, another 33 years, that's 66. And you're like, that's so much time.
Yeah.
That's a whole me.
Wow.
So yeah,
Aw,
we still
that's
have so
a
much
whole
time.
me.
It's a whole me again.
I want more time with you.
Time.
Time.
You were supposed to say it at the same time as me, but it's fine.
Time. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Time. Why do you have to say it like Barney?
What?
Time. You sounded like Barney. Plug yourself.
Play yourselves.
You can find me at Rose_Etta Stone. And as always, the new blog on the block.
Calm.
Yeah.
Calm. Sorry.
And I
sorry,
was
really.
joined by Stefanie Maegan, where you can find her on BrokeGirlTherapy.com.
No, follow me, Stefanie Maegan, or go to BrokeGirlTherapy.com. All that shit is there. It's like you know it, but you don't know it. You know what I mean?
It's just because I've heard it so many times. I'm like, I should know it.
You should.
I should know it. I should know I'm a failure.
should know
You
it.
can get this candle there, though.
Yeah. Next live show. Get your candles. Okay. Bye, guys.
Bye. Say goodbye to the blue wall.
Bye, blue wall.
Goodbye, apartment.
Love you.
I don't know if I'm going to miss it. I don't know.
You're like, I feel nothing.
I honestly, I have some great memories here, but like I didn't live here. You know what I mean? Like it's not my place. It's not my home. Okay. But I don't know.
Thank
you know what I mean?
Thank you for the nice send off. You're such a bitch.
Oh my God. Wait, are you still recording? That was
you're
rude.
a cunt.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
you're
Yeah, I'm not
such
going
a
to miss this
cunt.
place. I don't live here. I'm not going to miss it. No.
No. You're like,
No.
Okay. All right. Bye.
I love you. Bye. When's your dinner?
7:30.
What time is it?
7:06. Broke girl therapy.